What's up, sneaker fans? Thanks for tuning in to a more than hype review, and in this video we'll take a look at a pair of New Balance XC-72s. An unfortunate name for a silhouette that I otherwise actually really like. We know at least half of the name comes from the XC-15. On the 72, you have two distinct traction patterns, half of which comes from the XC-15. But then that got me wondering how we got from 15 to 72. And 72 being such a specific number, there probably was some reasoning behind that choice. That's a question I don't have an answer for, but if you know, feel free to leave a comment below. That's the end of my rant about the name. Let's get into the actual review, starting with the packaging. And these come in your standard gray New Balance box. So NB logo up top, New Balance on the corner here, just your gray box, your standard affair. Nothing really much to see here. Would have liked to seen XC-72 written somewhere to sort of celebrate this new silhouette, but that's not what they did, so let's move on to the label. Style code for these is UXC72AA1. This is the gray colorway. This would have been a totally different video hadn't it been for a questionable return policy on the New Balance website. I almost scooped up the Casablanca colorway, but for whatever reason they were not allowing returns on that colorway. That really turned me off, especially when it comes to a new silhouette, because I really don't know what the sizing is going to be like. Despite that, I did almost cop. I had it in my cart, but I'm glad I didn't because the sizing is a little bit large. So I got 8.5 here, which is my sort of playing it safe size. Unfortunately, these do run big, so I would have been much better with a size 8. And you'll see on the reviews on the New Balance website that a lot of people are reporting the same thing, that these run a little large. Some people are reporting a full size big, but I wouldn't go that far. I'd say if I had an 8 here, it would have been perfect. For comparison, size 8 is the same size we're wearing 550s. So if you have a pair of 550s, go with that sizing. Now let's take a look at the actual shoes. New Balance on the paper. But then here's what we really want to see. Ooh. Really grippy traction. Really interesting traction. We can see on this side, this is the XC-15 traction pattern. And then something more reminiscent to, say, a recent release like the 327 with these nubs on this side. Really cool silhouette, but let's get both pairs out and take a closer look. Alright, so let's take a closer look now at the XC-72. It goes without saying you're getting a really unique design, but with that unique design you're also getting some pretty nice materials, starting with these suede overlays. So you get these hairy suede overlays all over the shoe, starting with this gray color around the toe, and you have this sort of unconventional split down the middle here around the toes, and that sort of goes or continues in that same gray suede on the medial side. Really digging this oversized end logo here. I just think it looks way more modern than the sort of traditional small end logos on the side, and it just looks better in my opinion. It's more integrated into the actual silhouette, and it just overall looks so much better than that heritage small end logo we see on other silhouettes. The material here is also really nice. So we have the same hairy suede all over, some more of that same material on the heel in a gray color. Underneath here, you can actually see underneath another suede in black, and then our contrast oversized end logo on this side in black as well. All the materials are super nice, and just seeing these in hand, I'm reminded that as far as value goes, New Balance gives you some of the most value you can get for your dollar, which is why I say that New Balance as a brand is just so underrated. Last sort of contrast color suede here, and there's almost blue-gray color around the eyelets. Your laces are flat black, and you have nothing on the aglets. Now, underneath all of these suede overlays, we actually have full 3M panels on both sides of the shoe. So as far as visibility goes on your feet, these are going to be like flashlights. So if you're walking around at night, street lights, headlights from cars, these are going to be glowing. Taking a look at the tongue, you have a blue New Balance logo printed on the top in this glossy blue. It is textured and raised, not just printed on. The tongue itself is very lightweight. On the inside of the shoe, your heel is actually lined with leather. And we have an ortholite insole with XC-72 printed on the inside. Everything else is in black. And you get this same sort of thin foam padding all around the inside of the shoe, making these surprisingly comfortable on feet. Moving on to the midsole outsole, you have this rubber heel counter going up top with this sort of wavy pattern. Your midsole is feels like probably just an EVA type foam, painted in this matte black color. And then finally your outsole here, which is ridiculous. So you have two different traction patterns, definitely a striking look. One thing I'm a little bit concerned about is how these will wear over time. So on one half we have this traction pattern with these sort of points, while the rest on this side is just flat. And I wonder over time how that will wear. It looks like this side will definitely wear a little bit faster, and I wonder if that's going to end up making these a little bit lopsided. One more point about the sizing. The outsole here goes way up onto the upper here on both sides, and looking at it from the top down angle like this, it really does look like this toe box is extremely narrow. It's more of an optical illusion than anything else. So it looks like this will constrict your toes a lot, but actually it really is just overlaid on top of it, and the toe box ends somewhere around here. So again, a surprisingly comfortable pair of shoes considering the unorthodox shape of the midsole as well as the traction pattern on the outsole. Overall, despite the name, the New Balance XC-72 has a lot going for it. The unique design definitely makes it stand out, and the striking colorways also really do bring out that uniqueness. I'm hoping New Balance continues to churn out unique designs like these and continues to challenge what a cool pair of shoes can look like. I applaud New Balance on the design, however, the release was pretty bad. Back in 2020, New Balance was able to garner a lot of enthusiasm and hype around the 327 and the Casablanca colorways. Shortly thereafter, they even leaked some images of the XC-72, which really got people going. Unfortunately, they were not able to cash in on this momentum, and we wouldn't see the XC-72 for almost a year after those photos were leaked. Even though New Balance could have handled the release better, that doesn't change my opinion on the silhouette itself. It's a unique design that I actually really like, and a silhouette that I think you should consider checking out. That's all I have to say about these. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more sneaker related content, and I'll catch you on the next video.